Yo, what's up everybody, and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Saturday and not a lot is going on on the charts. You can see we are hitting, yesterday we did hit during the night, I think, at this daily order block, which is right here at the all-time high. You can see Bitcoin is right now potentially creating a pattern which is called a triple top. As you can see, we have the first, the second, and right now potentially the third top, and the triple top pattern is usually bearish, but since, as I have said in my previous videos, we are in Q4 in October, and basically during those times Bitcoin tends to be bullish, so we are potentially going to be fading this pattern away, in my opinion, since it is very possible that the chart is looking bullish still, even with this triple top pattern right here. It is possible that we see a breakthrough this order block right here, and then we can see a continuation happening. So maybe we do see something like this happening to be playing out, and then Bitcoin can finally start pushing towards our last targets for this year, which are basically around $150,000, and a pump up until this price would be around 21%, which if you remember, Bitcoin pumped from this bottom right here 49 and to the top 66%, so another 21% would be, in my opinion, nothing for Bitcoin. But as of right now, in my opinion, on the weekly time frame, we are looking bullish. RSI is not overbought yet. In my opinion, once we start seeing the weekly RSI overheating right here on the oversold above the 70 line right here, then in my opinion we are going to have a bigger pullback like we did last time during January. Basically in Q1 and Q2, the beginning of Q2, we were basically very bearish, you can see right here, but then Bitcoin bounced from the 50 EMAs, and right now it is continuing this uptrend. And in my opinion, if we get a correction down, we are going to get like 22% correction from the current price, which will take us down to that same 50 EMA. Basically the moving average has been acting since 2024 as a very strong support, you can see right here. So it is possible that we test it once more, like for a third time, or we go a little bit lower down to the Fibonacci golden pocket, which is sitting right here right now at $93,000. But for right now, those targets would be out of the question, in my opinion, as you know, since right now we are still in that very strong uptrend. So if Bitcoin does not start rejecting from this level here, you can see this order block is perfectly colliding with our last monthly pivot resistance, which was sitting right here at 123,000. So Bitcoin is perfectly rejecting from there. You can see right now we have a correction of around 1.5%, which is nothing considering we just had a move of around 14%. So Bitcoin is right now potentially either going to reject and have this hard drop to the downside, or we are going to be taking out this order block very easily, basically the all-time high resistance, and then we are going to be seeing that rally to the upside happening. As for Ethereum, right now Ethereum is back in this range right here. You can see on the daily it is playing out nicely. We are still below the value area high, as you can see right here, but we are struggling at that weekly pivot resistance. You can see we are sitting, if we enable the monthly resistance, this is our first monthly R1, which is sitting at 4,600. It did not get hit exactly, it got front run by a couple of dollars, as you can see if we go on a lower time frame, basically right here. But still we are trading above the monthly pivot, and we are trading above the weekly pivot for Ethereum. So still Ethereum also looking very nice. We are also well above the moving averages. RSI is still looking alright. You can see on the hard time frames it's looking even better. On the daily it is not overbought at all, you can see, but if we draw a trend line, you can see we are still somewhat in that sloping downtrend. You can see we have not yet reclaimed this very key zone right here that we need to break through like Bitcoin did. As you know, let me see if I have it. Nope. Let me just make it again. For example, as you know, Bitcoin also, we had a trend line right here from the all-time high like this, and this was where we previously rejected from, and also right here. And you can see once Bitcoin broke through this trend line, it started looking very bullish, as you can see. So Ethereum needs to do the same thing. Solana is also still looking pretty nice, trading above the monthly and the weekly pivots, still looking very nice. Sui also trading above the weekly pivot and above the monthly pivot. So it is very nice for the altcoins. It is looking good still. Hype is also reclaiming on the daily this trend line, you can see, but right now we are once again breaking below it. So if we get a daily close below this line, we might see Hype going down a bit lower, potentially to test the weekly pivot at 46 or the first weekly pivot support around $41, which would of course be nice buy opportunity for Hype. Of course, this is not a financial advice, but these are just my levels for buying. XRP is right now rejecting from the POC level where most of the volume is sitting. The pump token also having a rejection from the weekly R3, and the stock market, I think we did close a bit bearish, we can say, but we are still well above. We closed above the last week's pivot, you can see. So we did close with how much? Let me 1% of a correction. So in my opinion, next week it is possible that the stock market would potentially open up bullish, but we will see if this will be the case, since as you know right now the US government data is impacted because the government of the United States has been shut down. So we did not get any data last week. We potentially won't get any data this week from the US news like unemployment claims, and as such I am thinking that potentially the stocks might go down a bit, since they would be reacting to this, in my opinion, as bad news. So we will see what happens once the CME markets open. As for the Bitcoin dominance and the altcoins, the alt season, something is going on with the Bitcoin dominance. You can see we are potentially finding on the weekly time frame a bottom, I think from the 100 EMA, you can see. So if this happens, Bitcoin will be king again. So we'll see bigger moves in Bitcoin, and we'll see, like before, altcoins that would be struggling, like ETH struggling to pump, Solana struggling to pump, if the Bitcoin dominance starts pushing towards the upside once again, which is completely normal. And I think this covers it all. I hope you liked this video, guys. Subscribe for my channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.